can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Kenny. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still trying to fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give an F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Trying to earn these stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keeta. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo mi gente.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the WAG Show. I'm your host, Ben Hostler. It's Wednesday, January 17th. We are here to talk best bets. We've got PGA tournament starting tomorrow, the American Express. We've got NBA tonight. We've got college basketball tonight. We got a lot to talk about. And then tomorrow we got NFL this weekend as well. You guys should mark your calendars. Sean, what's up? Mark your calendars. If you guys watched on Sunday, I was over on the Owner's Box stream. Go follow those guys over there on Twitch and TikTok. I was on their stream on Sunday. I believe I will be back on their stream on Saturday. So if you guys want, obviously I do a stream Monday through Friday. If you guys want a bonus stream from me to talk NFL, I'll be live Saturday with those boys over there. So you guys want to tune into that. As far as last night goes, we're going to recap last night. Then I'm going to go through the college basketball slate. And then I do have some NBA bets for today as well. So we got a lot to get to today. First and foremost, picks I sent to the Discord yesterday, 3-3, down 1 unit, lost 1 unit yesterday. Stuff I talked about on the stream went better than what my picks were for the Discord because I added, like an hour before the games, I added a 2-unit play that absolutely boned us. If I would not have added that, we would have easily profited yesterday. If you watched the stream yesterday, I said I liked Cincinnati. They won, and they covered in overtime. Shout out to the Bearcats. I said I like Kansas State over Baylor. They won in overtime as well. A couple overtime winners for us yesterday. So that worked out. I also said I liked Michi Johnson over 15.5 points for South Carolina. He hit 16 points, I think, 16 or 17. He went over his line, and we won that. So that was all great. The night started off amazing. Michi had 12 points in the first half, and Cincinnati won, and Kansas State won. Then things took a turn for the worst. I do not have a no bet list. Here from the hospital, let's get it. Dewan, I'm going to message you after this. I do not have a don't bet list or a fade list. I may create one specifically for the South Carolina men's basketball team. Random things happen, and you're going to have tilting losses if you bet a lot of college basketball. It just happens. It's a random sport. You're betting on, kids, like things happen, right? So typically, like when weird random things happen in college basketball, I don't get too upset about it because that's kind of stuff it stabilizes over the course of a season. Like you're going to have losses like that, but you're going to have things that work in your favor. Like, for example, usually I have bad luck. Yesterday, we had good luck. We got 2 overtime covers from Cincy and Kansas State. So, like sometimes you're going to have things that go in your favor. Sometimes the bad things are going to go against you. It just happens. But this was unlike anything I've ever seen. The South Carolina men's basketball team at home, where they were undefeated, lost a game by 5 points, in which they missed 15 free throws. They shot 17 of 32 from the charity stripe. They missed 15 free throws. On top of those 15 missed free throws, they had a 7-minute stretch in the second half in which they did not score a single point. They did not score a single point for 7 minutes, and that started when they were up 9 points. They were up 9 points and then didn't score a point for 7 minutes. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how a Division I basketball team does not score a point for 7 minutes. I didn't think it was possible. So I don't know. I might have to make a list just to never bet on them. I really can't believe that happened. That was unlike anything I've ever seen. So that was super unfortunate. 3-3 yesterday, down a unit. We're gonna get it back today. Don't you worry. It's another good slate. Let's dive in. First and foremost, don't think I'm gonna take a side in this game, but biggest game of the night, bar none, on FS1, 7 p.m. Creighton, number 18 in the country. UConn, number 1 in the country. New number 1 in the country. They've overtaken Purdue. UConn. Really, really fun game here. Big East basketball is the best. I love both these teams. You guys know Creighton and UConn both won us a ton of money last year. I like them both again this year. So this is a really fun game. Don't think I'm going to bet a side of the game just because I want to enjoy it. You could maybe take an over, but that line's come up. You can see from 142.5 up to 145. 145 is probably where I'd cut it off, but you could take the over and just hope for points. But this should be a really fun game. Really, really excited to watch that one. Don't have any data for this Nebraska-Rutgers game. Haven't taken a side on this on my card. Definitely lean Rutgers here, though. Rutgers is typically good at home. Nebraska's struggled on the road. Nebraska has that big win over Purdue, but on the road, they've gotten shellacked in conference play. And Rutgers does have home wins over some okay teams. So I'm fine with Rutgers here at home. Have not taken a side in that game, but I would lean towards them. Maybe you could use their money line in a parlay or something like that. Moving down, Oakland at home, typically a team that I've been willing to bet on. Youngstown State is decent, but they are pretty bad defensively. So I think I'd probably lean towards Oakland in that game as well, but haven't taken anything there. Mississippi State, LSU. Here we have a system play. This system play went 3-0 yesterday, and we were on 2 of them. The system, which I'm sure you guys have seen this, it's not a secret, but home unranked team favored against a ranked team. So you can see LSU unranked, Mississippi State, not Mississippi, Ole Miss, Mississippi, they are ranked. LSU 3-point favorites over ranked Ole Miss at home. There's not even a reason for this. LSU is horrible. LSU is not a good basketball team. I don't like this LSU team, but this system's been working. I'm going to ride it again tonight. Give me LSU over Ole Miss, and you can see it. It's still pretty public. Ole Miss, 54% of the tickets on the spread, 57% on the money line. That was the case yesterday with TCU and Baylor. I'm going to stick with that system. I'm going to bet LSU tonight. I can't believe I'm saying it. I hate this LSU team. If you guys are in the Discord, you remember early season, we hit a couple long shots against LSU, them getting upset. But I guess we're on LSU tonight. Unfortunately, that is the case. Mississippi State, Kentucky. This is a fun game. Kentucky, obviously, really good team. They're at home here. I would look to moneyline parlay them. 6.5 is probably a little too much. Mississippi State's a decent team. I think 6.5 points is a lot here. Wouldn't be going out of my way to lay that, but you could use their money line in a parlay. Miami, FSU, really like Miami here. Miami's been really, really good at home. Florida State, in my opinion, has kind of outperformed their expectations. They've been, one of the better ACC teams, but I don't know if I buy it yet. I don't know if I believe in them yet. I think Miami's really good, especially at home. I think they're going to be ready to play. They're going to come out on fire. I did take them first half -3.5. I like them for the full game as well. I like the Miami Hurricanes tonight. One of my favorite spots on the slate, them and LSU. Moving on down further. Didn't come up with a lot of bets in any of these smaller games today. Tons of money on UAB, which I think is interesting here against Tulane. As you can see, just big money on them. So maybe that's something I'll look into after the stream. Haven't taken anything there. Maryland, Northwestern. I like Northwestern here at home. Again, Northwestern has not been great on the road. They've been good at home. They have big home wins. They beat Purdue at home. They beat Michigan State at home. Maryland is not on the level of those teams, in my opinion. I've trying to been short this Maryland team trying to short them the last few weeks. I tried to short them. I actually didn't take anything in that game, but I thought they were going to get smoked by Illinois. They didn't. So they're riding high. They're coming off a big upset on the road of Illinois. Now they're on the road again against Northwestern. Give me Northwestern here. Boo Booey respects coin, for sure. So I like Northwestern in this game. UConn Creighton. Yeah, I talked about it. You could maybe take the over, but I'm not taking a side in that game. No reason to. Two teams that I love, and I don't know, 6.5. In my opinion, it's tough to bet on UConn. We don't know if Donovan Klingen's playing, so I mean, I guess you could take Creighton plus 6.5 and hope that Klingen's out, and that line I'm sure would come down a little bit. But if you take that 6.5 and then Klingen plays, like I don't know how much I'd like the 6.5. It's a tough situation. Let me see if there's any updated. I don't. It sounded like he was 50-50 to play, but I mean that makes a big difference if he plays or not when you're playing against Ryan Kalkbrenner. I haven't seen any update though on this. No, I'm still seeing like 50-50 on if he plays. So I have no idea. If he's out, that would be a big boost for Creighton, but I just don't know if he's going to play. Houston should destroy Texas Tech at home here. Houston's lost a couple games recently, but yeah, I think Houston's probably going to roll Texas Tech. 13 is a lot of points, but I don't know. I might be Stephanie. What's up? I might be fine laying it. Honestly, I haven't bet it, but I think Houston probably smokes Texas Tech here. Arizona's going to roll USC, I think, as well. That's a ton of points, 19, but I don't know. USC's looked completely dead at times this season. Arizona's been really good at home. Maybe you could look to first half Arizona instead, but definitely think I'm pretty sure Arizona's going to roll USC and Houston's going to roll Texas Tech. Those numbers are just pretty high, but yeah. Arizona State, UCLA. I don't know. I don't have a strong read on that game. I looked into it and didn't come up with anything either. Northern Iowa, Belmont. I mean, there's a ton of money coming in here on Northern Iowa. You can see on the money line here, only 38% of the tickets, but 71% of the money. Big money coming in on Northern Iowa. Belmont beat Northern Iowa earlier this season, I'm pretty sure, by like a wide margin. So interesting that people are looking to bet Northern Iowa. I'll look into that game after I get off here. And if I see anything I like, I'll post in the Discord. But overall, that does it. Another great college basketball slate. For me, top plays, riding that system, taking LSU again tonight. That came through for us last night. So give me LSU. I like Miami Hurricanes big tonight as well. That's my two favorite spots. And then I would put probably Northwestern there as my third favorite spot for tonight. NBA, I do have some NBA bets today. Like I said, I've sent them in the Discord earlier this morning. I'm going to give one out on stream here. The other ones we can save specifically for the Discord. So I need to decide which one I'm going to give out. I also added an NBA play that I haven't posted in the Discord yet. My good friend Sandy from Owner's Box, he's a really, really high on Jonas Valanciunas tonight over his PRAs. Got it at 24.5. He sold me on it. So Jonas Valanciunas over 24.5 PRAs. We're going to tail Sandy Plaskis today. And we're going to ride that over on Joe Val. And then I also like Milwaukee, Cleveland. I like Donovan Mitchell under 7.5 assists. I got that at minus 120 earlier today. Let me take a look and see. Let's see if the line moved in our favor or if it moved against me. Let's see what was going on here. I'm going to pull up FanDuel. Player assists. Minus 122. So you can still get it around what I took it at. Donovan Mitchell under 7.5 assists is my favorite play for the NBA today. And then I'm going to tail Sandy, and we're going to take Jonas Valanciunas over 24.5 PRAs against the Charlotte Hornets. Thoughts on the trade? Yeah. That seemed like a lot to give up for Pascal Siakam, but at the same time, I don't know. In my opinion, NBA trades can go one of two ways because you just don't know. Like if you're not picking high up in the draft, it's really, really just like a complete crapshoot, like who you're getting. So I'm like more inclined to trade first round picks in the NBA than like the NFL because just have no idea who you're getting in the draft. So I don't really care the fact that they gave up picks, but at the same time, it seemed like a lot to give up for Pascal Siakam. We'll see how it works out. I think Pascal Siakam's a good player, but seemed like a lot to give up for him. Like Bruce Brown is like, I'm not saying like I would take Bruce Brown over Siakam. I wouldn't, but Bruce Brown is like an underrated player in my opinion. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I guess it could make Indiana better. We'll see how they play down the stretch of the season here. Favorite college basketball bet if you had to pick one? Yeah, probably just LSU, I guess. That system came through for us yesterday. It went 3-0 yesterday. We were on 2 of those spots. So I'm gonna stick with it and ride out LSU, even though I think LSU is just not a very good basketball team. But sometimes you bet the number and not the team. It's important to remember. Always, always, always remember that. Bet the lines, bet the numbers, don't bet on teams. Take your bias out of it. So the fact that I hate LSU, I don't hate LSU. I hate this LSU basketball team, but they're my favorite play on the board tonight at home against Ole Miss. If you guys have any questions on anything, go ahead and ask. Like I said, if you guys join late, I will be on Owner's Box stream Saturday, I think. So you guys get a bonus stream from me this week talking NFL on Saturday. Tomorrow and Friday, I'll be live here, 3 p.m. We'll be talking probably mostly NFL, if I had to guess, and college basketball. I don't know how many NBA games are tomorrow. There was only 3 yesterday. Let's pull up and take a look at the schedule here. I'm going to get pounded with snow, I think, these next few days. So we're going to be just spraying the board because I'm not going to be doing anything else. Let me see. Tomorrow there's 5 NBA games. So a little bit more for us to talk about. Heard any good trade rumors for the NBA? I don't think so. I mean, I saw like the Warriors said they're going to trade Chris Paul. Not surprising. Who I don't know where he could possibly go. I don't recall hearing anything else though. It's pretty much always inevitable. There'll be some big moves in the NBA though. I mean, obviously Siakam getting traded, that's one. Let me pull this up here. Moneyline predictor for college basketball tonight. Loves Arizona State. Wow. Biggest difference on the slate is Arizona State. So the moneyline predictor loves Arizona State. Loves Miami. I love to see that. I told you guys that's one of my favorite spots today. Hopefully it likes LSU. It does. Slightly, but it does have LSU graded out positively. UAB, I noted that there was that interesting bunch of money coming in on UAB, so it likes them. So maybe I'll do really likes Arizona State and it really likes UAB, and there was some interesting line movement in those games. Maybe I'll parlay those two together. What would that pay? Let me pull it up here. UAB and Arizona State. Now I got to find these games. All right, UAB, Arizona State, plus 186. That's pretty tasty. Might have to throw half a unit on that. This could be CP3's final season. Yeah, I would agree with that. One of the best players ever to not win a championship. Assuming he doesn't. I mean, maybe he does this year, but he was close so many times, man. I mean, obviously there's other great players like, Charles Barkley never won one, but I'm sure there's others that I can't think of off the top of my head. But Chris Paul's up there in the point guard rankings. Definitely top 10 all time. So the fact that he never won one is crazy. He was close. I still think, man, those Rockets teams with when they had him, when he was on the Rockets, I still think that they should have won a title. The fact that they didn't is crazy to me. Which play did you say was plus 186? Arizona State UAB moneyline parlay. I might put that in for fun just because the predictor likes him, and there was some ton of line movement on UAB specifically. There was just huge money coming in on him. Let me find that. You can see right here. Pretty public, but 84% of the money on UAB at home against Tulane. So I might throw half unit UAB and Arizona State plus 186. But that about does it for today. You guys can replay this college basketball NBA picks given out. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be live at 3. Friday I'll be live at 3. Saturday I'll be live, I think, at 11 with those guys over there talking NFL. But I'll be talking NFL on here Thursday and Friday as well. Good luck with your bets tonight, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.